What's up, everyone? This is Tatum. I'm back with another episode of Flowers. For those that's new to my channel, Flowers is my segment where I like to give just some praise to some albums I feel like are slept on or some of my favorite albums. So that's it. But today, I wanted to do, this one was a really good one that I thought about. And I wanted to bring the discussion here. I was thinking about it, and I would love to have more conversation in the comments. But I was thinking today, I was listening to this album, and I was thinking, like, why the fuck does this album get so much hate? And the album I'm talking about, Anticipation, is none because you read the title of this video. But I wonder why Eminem's Encore gets such a negative rap. So, like, I looked through the track listing, right? Because, you know, I think with Eminem, well, I'll say this. He even thinks, like, Encore, I remember it was a line like, Encore, he was on drugs and relapse, he was flushing them out. But I feel like Encore, it didn't stand a chance, just in reality, right? Right after Eminem Show, which is probably his biggest album ever, and 3 classics in a row. And right after that, he sounds probably one of the biggest artists we've ever seen in 50 Cent and his debut album and all that, right? So you got to think about the snowball shit that was surrounding it. But to come back and deliver an album like this, and you know, it's weird looking at that Eminem in that era because you could tell, you know, you could just tell something just wasn't right. But as far as the music, I think this album is pretty fucking solid. Like, if we were going out of 5, I'll give it a 4. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think it's as bad as the public makes it out to be. I mean, let's go through the track list real fast, okay, right? Started off, Curtains Up, obviously it's a continuation of the Eminem Show. It's like a sequel in a way. Maybe that's why it's looked at as bad, because it's his kind of first sequel. Even though it's not the Eminem Show 2, it follows the same, you know, same cover, kind of, you know, it's all the same. Evil Deeds, I think, is fucking ridiculous. Never Enough. If you don't like that song, I understand. Like, I get it. It probably didn't age as well, but it's not a bad song. You know what I mean? R.I.P. to Nate Dogg. You go into Yellow Brick Road, which, when he's addressing, like, his whole upbringing and talk about the tape where he said the word called her or something along those lines. I kind of forget. But I know Benzino was making it was a big push at the Source magazine at the time to kind of expose this and take down Eminem, and he kind of like 8-miled himself, like, nah, this is what happened, and then was apologetic at the end. No matter what color a girl is, she's still a hoe, right? Also, sidebar, I think this is one of Eminem's best body of production that he's done. From Evil Deeds, I think Dr. Dre did Evil Deeds, excuse me. Dr. Dre did Never Enough. Yellow Brick Road sample was dope. Like a Toy Soldier sample was dope. You know what I mean? It's a bunch of samples he played with on here that had that rock feel to it that I think was his pocket. But Like a Toy Soldier, talking about all the drama that came along in the past couple years with Benzino, with Ja Rule, with all these names, and Eminem kind of waving the white flag a bit, like, even as the victor. Is Yellow Brick Road, Like a Toy Soldier, Mosh is all like the Eminem that I miss. Still had a story to tell, still had emotion and passion what he was saying, and it was still lyrically potent. You know what I mean? Even in this stage, it was still lyrically potent. Going to Mosh, which is one of my favorite Eminem songs. I remember that video growing up. Dr. Dre production is hard, just hard Dre production on there. Where he took a position against, like, George Bush at the time, for those who don't remember. And that was a big thing. Like, I remember that. Like, Eminem was getting it from George Bush, the government, and, like, Michael Jackson. Puke is one of my favorite Eminem songs. I don't give a fuck what anyone talks about. Puke is one of those classic Slim Shady records. My first single, First Mistake. I get it, right? It gets a little bit too silly. But, I like my first single too. Like, I got a soft spot for just because comedy rap don't exist anymore. Like, it just doesn't exist. Paul Skid, Rain Man, Dr. Dre. Obviously, he's not talking about anything on Rain Man and Big Weenie, but that Rain Man's last verse is crazy. Like, sometimes it's just good to just loosen up and, you know, and have fun. And I know he probably looks back on those songs and be like, this shit sucks, and, you know, it was like I was in a dark time and I don't even, you know, I get it. But this is the fun. Even though it was a dark time for him, sad to say, it was okay. even though it was a dark time from him, it was like it was just nice for it to seem like he was still having fun with music in a way. So like the next songs, Rain Man, Big Weenie, Just Lose It, Ass Like That, right? They're all like a conjunction. It's probably the most silly Eminem songs we got in a row. But when Ass Like That dropped, people loved it as well. Like, maybe some songs don't age as well, right? But I don't think it's weird. Like, even though a song don't age well, we can't forget what the song impact was in a way. You know what I mean? Spent Some Time is dope. Mockingbird is dope. Crazy in Love is dope. You could keep One Shot, Two Shot. You know, he always had to have the D12 record on there. And Curtain Call and Encore. So Final Thoughts and then Encore, which were like, so let me just go through it. So out of 20 songs, I probably, if I'm just being totally unbiased, I would say maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of 20. You know what I mean? 5 out of 20. If you take, let's say you take first single off, you take off Rain Man, Big Weenie, keep Just Lose It because he needs that. And you can keep Ass Like That for real. But let's just say we just take those records away. Evil Deeds, Never Enough, Yellow Brick Road, Like a Toy Soldier, Mosh, Puke, Spend Some Time, Mockingbird, Crazy in Love. Keep One Shot, Two Shot, fuck it. And Encore, I think you have a great album. Also, the bonus tracks, We As Americans, which is one of my favorite Eminem songs of all time. I Love You More, which is another like dope Eminem song that was like on the mixtape before. Like, it's so many dope records on here that I just, it bugs me out that how people just shit on this album so much. So I had to bring it to my platform. I had to talk about it. And I want to get your opinions on it. Eminem fans, not Eminem fans. Don't, if you're in the comments just hating, then you can comment as well. But I really want serious like opinions on this. Like, why do you think Eminem Encore is shitting on as much as it is? Like, it, because it's not that bad. It's not even a bad album. Like, I hate when I say like it's not as bad, because it's still implying it's bad. It's just not a bad album. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you think. I'm Tatum. Don't forget to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, run it up. And like always, man, I'm Tatum. Peace.